Tan versus Lagrama. This is Tan versus Lagrama. Tan versus Lagrama. This is a petition for review on certiorari of the decision dated May 31, 2001, and the resolution dated November 27, 2001 of the Court of Appeals and Court of Appeals GRSP number 63160, annulling the resolution of the National Labor Relations Commission or NLRC, and restating the ruling of the labor arbiter which found petitioner Tan guilty of illegally dismissing private respondent Lagrama and ordering him to pay the latter amount of 136,000 by way of separation payback wages and damage. The following advance petitioner Tan is the president of the Supreme Court Corporation, general manager of the Crown, employed within the city private respondent. And Lagrama is a painter making a paper to mirror large motion pictures shown at the Empress Supreme and Crown Theaters for more than 10 years, from September 1, 1988 to October 17, 1998. On October 17, 1985, President Lagrama was summoned by Tan and upbraided na naman kasulod sa imo tulingan. Again urinated inside the work area. When Lagrama asked what Tan was saying, Tan told him, ayaw daghang istorya, dili ko sa mga drawing ka pa. Ikan karon wala na drawing gawas. Don't say anything further. I don't want you to draw anymore. Or no on more drawings. I think we already discussed this. Now let's go for the digestive part. This case involves Tan, the petitioner, who is the president of the Supreme Theatre Corporation and general manager of Crown Empire Theatres in Butuan City. The UV creators are one of the private respondent who work as painter, creating and billboards in mural for theaters for over 10 years, from September 1, 1988 to October 17, 1998. On October 17, 1998, Lagrama was summoned by Tan and confronted about alleged unity in his work area. Tan ordered him to stop drawing and leave the premises. Lagrama denied the accusation, asserting that even if it were true, it was a minor infraction that did not warrant dismissal. He claimed that Tan shouted at him to leave, which led him to exit the premises. Subsequently, Lagrama filed a complaint with Arbitration Branch Number X of the National Labor Relations Commission in Butuan City, alleging illegal dismissal and seeking various payments, including 13-month pay and damages. Tan denied that Lagrama was his employee, asserting that he was an independent contractor, worked on a piecework basis, and was only paid for completed work. The labor arbiter ruled in favor of Lagrama, declaring the dismissal illegal and ordering Tan to pay him 136,849. Tan appealed this decision to the NLRC, which reversed the labor's arbiter ruling, finding Lagrama to be an independent contractor. Lagrama then the issue, did an employer-employee relations persist? Was Lagrama illegally dismissed by Tan? The ruling Supreme Court affirmed the existence of an employer-employee relationship between Tan and Lagrama, holding that the elements of the employer-employee relationship were present, particularly the control test. Supreme Court ruled that Lagrama was illegally dismissed. The Court affirmed the Court of Appeals decision to reinstate the labor ruling, which ordered Tan to pay Lagrama back wages and separation pay with the modification backward should be completed in the time dismissal until the finality of the decision without deduction. The court applied the purple test to determine the existence of an employer-employee relationship, which includes the power of selection, control over goods, and methods for dismissal payment. The court emphasized that the control test is the most significant evidence indicated that Tan exercised control over the firm's work environment and methods, including setting rules for the work area and providing materials for paintings. The court noted that Lagrama payment on the piece work basis did not negate the employer-employee relationship, as the method of compensation does not define the existence of the relationship. The court also highlighted that Lagrama's long-term employment establishes him as a regular employee entitled to the security of tenure. Article 279 of the Labor Code regarding the dismissal, the court found that Tan failed to provide sufficient evidence to justify the dismissal, particularly as there was no proof that Lagrama violated any workplace regulation. The court ruled that the manner of dismissal lacked due to process, as Tan actions effectively constituted the dismissal without just cause. The court also clarified that Lagrama's alleged abandonment of work was not substantiated, and there was no clear intention on his part to sever the employment relationship. Doctrine: the ruling establishes that the existence of the employer-employee relationship is primarily determined by the control test. The control exercised by the employer over the employee's work regardless of the payment method. It reinforced that the employee's long-term service create a presumption of regular employment, granting them security of tenure. The decision also clarified that an employer bears the burden of proving the legality of dismissal, which must be supported by substantial evidence and due process. This ruling served as a precedent case.